Hello, it's me. It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you're doing fucking well. And I mean it. I mean it. So what we're gonna do today, guys, is whatever the fuck we want. I'm just kidding, I have to go to work. But after work I can do whatever I want. I have been invited to do some stuff tonight if I want to. Oh, you might ask, what is that? Oh, I bet you want to know. I heard somebody ask, is it a good thing or a bad thing? Well, it's a bad thing. I'm being honest with you guys. Why am I smiling? Well, at least I'm telling you the truth. So you'll know if I go home tonight, what I tell you, what I do. You don't have to fight other people's battles. It's time to move fuck on. It's time to grow up. It's time to do other things with your life, bitches. I am present in the reverse. You are so not present. You're thinking every day about what you want to do next, where you want to go, and you got creative solutions in the reverse. You're probably doing shit that you've always known to do, and it ain't ever got you anywhere, and it ain't ever will. Doing what we have always done gets us where we have always got. It's the definition of insanity. It's time to wake up. I'm not kidding. I wouldn't lie about something like that. Put on your war paint, my friends. Put it on. Grab it now. War paint ready, ladies. Every time you put on your concealer, I want you to think of me. And I want you to think about that power within you. Men, grab your concealer now. I'm just kidding. Don't be... Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to focus. Focused. It's normal. You can't be mad at somebody who's just naturally dumb. I need new concealer. This concealer wasn't bad. Chris bought it for me. He said, do you need anything? He left me in the fucking makeup section. We weren't there looking for makeup. We were looking for earplugs. You can't leave a girl in the makeup section and ask her if she needs anything, bro. Technically, I didn't do anything wrong. Right, guys? Fuck. Some of you guys have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. I've seen it twice already. I'm going to point that out. I feel like some of you guys are in a dead-end relationship. This person and you haven't went anywhere ever, and it says creative solutions in the reverse. You're not trying new things. Some of you guys have been doing the same old with the same old person. Well, that was really full. And that Tasha gave that to me. She's probably pissed at me if that happened. That was my sister. She gave that to me. She fucking wanted that to fucking fall all over. Dear sweet Jesus, she's coming for me. She's Scorpio, dude. You never fuck over Scorpio, I can tell you that right now. But you know, I needed to fucking punch. I need to get her back for her nonsense. I've been holding it in since 2019. Since we were fat enough, I figured, fuck it. I'm saying everything. I do still love her. She blocked me. For a second, she restricted me. She said she doesn't block people. She says she thinks that's so immature. I block people all the time, that's why I know this. Because she told me specifically, because she wanted me to know in a way that was a little bit kinder than I do things. I'm a bitch. She's nice. You know what's weird? Well, Scorpios are nice to your face. That's the thing that we were fighting about. Motherfucker. I love her though. We'll make up. Hopefully she can do some more fun stuff this year. Try and take her to the beach. Shit. Dear sweet Jesus. Okay. So what I say here is that in the future, if you do different things, you do have creative solutions. Things will work out for you. Some of you are all cooped up in hermit mode on your properties, in your houses. You just go to work and you come home and you do the same things every single freaking day, and it's not making anyone happy. You call it routine. You call it what needs to be done, but you're very dependent on that routine continuing. And so basically you may not be realizing it, but I think you do know exactly what the fuck you're doing. You're not a dumbass. You're replacing everything once it's away. Once it goes away or your schedule clears, you replace it with something new because it's habitual for you. That's your fucking addiction. You may not be somebody who uses, but you need to tune into what the fuck your addiction is. You might be a fucking hoarder. You might be a fucking bitcher. You might be a fucking controlling person. You might be negative. You might be a fucking rudo, a gossiper. There's so many fucking sober people out there that are nasty ass shit. Some of the most worst people I've ever met in my life. Fucking fakes. You don't have to be that way either. We see right through your dumbass shit. All of us fucking so-called addicts and criminals. Okay, I didn't see any addicts or criminals literally out there rioting when the Trump shit was going on. It was sober people making a protest. The protesters, the rioters, the government, all those people, the cops, those are all fucking sober people. Those are non-criminals. Have you guys noticed that it's not the people that you're fucking scared of that you need to worry about. It's the opposite. You know, us criminals are the first ones that are going to be out there fucking fighting for you guys. Believe that. We're the ones that have seen it already on the streets, in our fucking houses, with our fucking boyfriends, our girlfriends. We've fucking been through that shit fucking so many times that, you know what? The other night I heard a gunshot. I just casually closed my door, stayed out of it. You know, when I moved up here, I saw that happening. I thought, oh my gosh, how could people just mind their own business and stay out of it? Because that's what the fuck you need to do, or you'll get hurt. We all gotta understand that we can only help people to the degree that we are fucking capable of, certified in. We don't need to be pursuing other people's justice. That's how we end up in dangerous situations. Long-term anger, doubt, hope, failed relationships, because we're consumed with shit that's not our damn business. That we make our business. No, it's not your business. Nothing is our business except for fucking making sure that our bills are paid. We have food on the table. We're taking care of our family. That we're enjoying things. Our dog has dog food. We're setting and accomplishing our goals. New goals, not the same ones on repeat. If you're complaining about anything in your life, you change it, not other people. And if you actually think other people are responsible for making changes in your life, that's why shit ain't changing. It's your fucking placing blame and expectations outwardly. You're not fucking putting fucking accountability. You're not practicing accountability. You're fucking blaming everybody for why the hell your life ain't the way you want it to be. And that's not what we're gonna do. It's hard enough to change. It's hard enough to process. It's hard enough to fucking be let down. It's hard enough to lose. But when you're not being accountable and all you're doing is blaming, and if you're lying, You know, it's okay, we've done it all. But where are you? Because there might be a lot more work than some of us need to do than others. Somebody that might be stealing, somebody that might be actively, like, heavily using, somebody that's cheating, somebody that has this addiction, that addiction, a gambling addiction. They need different help than different people. And it's not your responsibility to fight other people's battles. You need to allow the proper people to do the job. That's why it's not been working. It's not your job. You need to get it together. Your job is to take care of yourself, your partner, your kids. And if your partner isn't taking care of you, the kids, and their self, and it's not a nice, healthy, equal, mutual, respectful balance, you might just be dating a karmic soul tie. You need to understand that as much as we want to make things work, if you have to try that hard and you're not being respected, and your basic needs are not being met, and it's not a healthy household, and the kids are listening to you guys bicker and fight, and they don't fucking have what they need, it's not for you. James never did get better. And Zeke does the same thing that he did to me to Brooke. And you know what? Zeke got the years of me that Chris wishes he had. The years of me that used to decorate. The 7 years clean and sober. No drinking, no nothing. Just weed. I used to cook and do everything that I was supposed to do with Zeke. He was drunk every fucking day. I never drank at all with Zeke, hardly. Hated it. Never liked it. And now look, I drink after him with Chris. So you will carry out what the fuck your partners do. You'll do it with the next person, and then you'll lose that person too. That's where I came up with the whole, I learned it, but after I left you shit. One time, Chris Dempsey was talking. He wasn't talking at all. He's a quiet person, and he smirks, and he just stays quiet. He doesn't respond if you're saying shit. And I walked up to him, and I flicked my cigarette ashes on him. That was something that Zeke used to do to me. I never once did it to Zeke or anybody before Chris. And it's not this Chris, it's the other one. But this Chris, I did the same thing Zeke did to me. One time, threw a fit, started slamming doors. Just throwing a fit. It's really important who we spend time with. We do exchange energy. You know what's interesting now for Zeke? He's with somebody who doesn't cook and clean. She doesn't go camping. She doesn't like any of the things that Zeke and I used to do, things that we love. So in the end, we all just got different karma. When you think it's over and it's not working out anymore, you're not wrong. And every minute that we choose to stay with people after that point, we lose a little bit of ourselves. And we take a little bit of that person. That person can miss an opportunity to do things in their life that are crucial for their healing. Maybe the person that they were supposed to meet or love or be with forever passes them by because they're stuck on us, stuck on you. You're stuck on them. We know when it's not working, we get that feeling, we get that sign. But we don't want to trust in our own inner power to just be guided to a healthier place, to a better time. And that's what we're going to be challenged to do this year in order to conquer. Because even as queens and kings, if that's what we even get to, we are going to have to respect ourselves and make choices that are long-term healthy. Because with as smart as a lot of us are, we'll never be satisfied. being mediocre. We've always wanted great things. And we're not somebody that's ever settled. If we ever did, we would have accepted those proposals. We would be happy at our job. We'd still be treated like shit by our families and go visit. We don't do any of that. We don't even hang out with friends hardly. It's time to the real deal here. Be honest with ourselves. Isolating hasn't really honestly been, it hasn't been blocking out the fact that we're lonely. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I feel like I have too many options. I know what I should do. I'll be right back though.